Yeah, hello.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Shiva. So, what is your demo today? This one in DevOps.
So this is the third one. So in this demo, I'm going to deploy the two developers repositories from GitHub into AWS EC2 servers with
Hmm.
the CI/CD pipeline concept.
So, two developers have got different technologies builds or same technologies.
Yeah, it has different technology. One is HTML, and the second thing is Java-based application.
So, this is the first time you are deploying in the EC2s. So, there will be two EC2s or single EC2.
Yeah, two EC2s for the individual
Okay, okay.
deployment.
So, in that case, you are setting up the first build. Then later on, you are going to show the updates through code pipeline. Is it right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Please go ahead.
So this is the architecture flow of CI/CD pipeline, basically. So whenever the developers, two developers will push the code into the GitHub repository, into their GitHub repository, then immediately the AWS code pipeline will be triggered and it pull the code from the GitHub repository into the code pipeline. So on the next step in the build stage, so the build stage in the build stage, so it will check the validity of the index.html in the cloned repository. Then it will verify. So once the index.html file is available, then it builds and it can send the artifact to the S3 bucket along with the source code. And in the other case, if the build get failed because of the index.html file is not available, then it doesn't execute in the further. So once it has successfully built in the code built, then in the code deploy stage, so it will deploy the application into the AWS EC2 server with the AWS deploy stage. So that the end users can access this web page from the EC2 server with the public IP or domain name. So this is our basic architecture diagram for CI/CD pipeline. So these are the steps just I execute said now. So these are the tasks which I am going to do now. So first of all, I need to create IAM roles for the code build and code deploy purpose. So first we will create IAM roles for the resources. Then we need to create one code build project in order to take the source code from the GitHub repository. Then you need to create a code build project. So after code build project, you can create one deployment application for that code build. So in order to deploy the application into the EC2 server, so you need to launch the EC2 instances to host our web application as well. Then we can create the deployment group so that you can configure the code build with along with the EC2 and the specified tag. After that, you can create the code pipeline. So in the code pipeline, you can configure the stages, code build and code deploy, so that the code pipeline will be executed along with your configuration files. So once you updated the code pipeline, then you can update the IAM role with the CI/CD pipeline. So you need to give the access for the S3 bucket. So then last you can verify the web page by using the public IP of the both EC2 servers and the both applications. Then you can update the modify the code change in order to get the updated code in the from the EC2 web page. So these are the tasks which I am going to perform now. So first let me go to the first task. So this is the task one. So first we need to create the IAM roles. So create role for EC2 instance with the permissions for code deploy and S3 access to download the code. So just go to the AWS console, select IAM, and you need to create the role. for the EC2, then you can give the permissions like S3 full access and Amazon EC2 role for AWS code deploy for the EC2 role. Okay, so just go to the AWS console. So this is my AWS console. Just increase the size. Okay. So just go to the IAM. Click on this IAM role. So just go to the roles. So create role. So this is for EC2. So just select EC2 use case and go to next. So you need to add the policies. So for that, one is Amazon EC2 role for AWS code deploy role. So just take this, just paste it out here, enter. So this is Amazon EC2 role for AWS code deploy. Just select this. Another policy is S3 full access. Just type S3, enter. So this is my Amazon S3 full access for the EC2 role. So come down, click next. So you need to mention the name of the role. So this is the EC2 role 01. So come down, just click on create role. So it is creating the role EC2 role 01 with the S3 full access and AWS EC2 for code deploy. Then go to our PPT. So this is the EC2 role. So another create a role for code deploy service with permissions to access S3 bucket as well as the code build functionality. Then just go to the create role, then select code deploy use case, then click next and add permissions to that. So go to AWS. So click on create role. Now you need to select the code deploy service. So just go to code deploy. So just select this code deploy use case. Click on next. So this is the AWS code deploy role. So just click on next. Just give the name of for this. This is AWS code deploy service. Just come down. So create role. So this is AWS code deploy service role is created. So just go to the next slide. So after creation of the AWS code deploy role, so you need to add the S3 policy. So just go to this AWS code deploy service. So just add on permissions, attach policies. Just type S3, just enter. You need to give the permission for the S3 also. So policy was successfully attached to row. Okay. So go to our PPT. So with this, we have done this configuration for the AWS code deploy service row. So then next we need to create one code build project. So in order to build the project, first you need to create one code build. So just go to the AWS, just type code build. So click on go to code build. Okay, let me delete this. So click on create build project. So just need to give the project name, sample project 1. So in the next source section, you need to give the repository source. So for that, I am taking this GitHub repository, so that it will take the code from the GitHub repository. So select this repository in my GitHub account. So you need to select this GitHub repository. This is the AWS CSV demo repository. So if you want the version, you can mention version also. Just come down. So in the environment section, this is the environment image. So I'll go with the managed image. So you need to select the operating system. So select Amazon Linux, and the runtime is the standard. So we need to select the image also. So just select the image. So this is the service role. So I'm going with the new service role. Code build sample project 1 service role. So in the build specific section, use a build specific file. So that okay. So once I have created, I will show this build specific file. So come down. So I'll go with the default options. Okay, just create a build project. So we have created one sample project 1. Similarly, for the other applications, you can take the other build. So go to build projects, create build project. Sample project 2. Just come down. So I'm taking the source from GitHub. So go to repository in my GitHub account. So you need to select the repository. So this is the AWS code build sample. Just come down. So you need to mention the operating system. Mention Linux 2. So the runtime is the standard. So you need to select the image also. So the environment type is Linux. Just the service role, I'm going with the new service role. So here also you need to mention the build specific file, and so I will show it on the GitHub repository. So just come down. So click on create build project. So just I created a code build project for the 2 applications. So just I followed this images. So now I created the sample project 1 and project 2. So let me go to this. So this is the task 3. So we need to launch 2 EC2 instances to host our web application. So for that, launch 2 EC2 servers. So just go to launch instance. So just mention purple. So we need to select the Amazon OS. So I'm going with the Amazon Linux with the Amazon Linux to AMI. So the instance type is T2 micro. So you need to select the key pair, select key pair which I have created. So I'll go with the default options with the network and subnet. So auto assign public IP is enabled. So just you need to select the create security group also. So allow SSH always as HTTP also. So just come down. So the storage is 8 GB. So it's enough. So go to advanced load details. So in the IAM instance profile, you need to select the row which you have created. So EC2 role 1. So just come down. So click on launch instance. So go to instances. So similar way we can launch for another EC2 for another web application. So just mention the server 2. I'll go with the Amazon Linux OS similar way. So just come down. You need to select the key pair. Select key pair. And the same similar network options. Assign public IP is enabled. So just go to the security group also. SSH as well as HTTP. Just come down. The storage is 8 only. So go to advanced details. So similar way we have selected the C2 role. Just select the AC2 role 1. So come down. Just create. Click on launch instance. So for the two applications for the two developers, so the environment is here I am created two servers for the two applications. So once you created the two servers, so after you created the two servers, then you can execute the following commands for the two EC2 instances. So let me connect it through my backend. So click on session, go to SSH. So this is my web server. So this is my server 1. Just it is running only. So let's take this public IP. So you need to paste it over here. So this is the Amazon. So EC2 server. Click on SSH settings. Select private key. So I have selected this Oregon. So click on open. Click on OK. So I connected through my backend for the server 1. So let me update this server first of all. Sudo yum -y update. So once you updated the server, then you need to install this Ruby dependency, sudo yum install Ruby. So let me execute that one also. Sudo yum install Ruby. Enter. So the status is complete dependency installed. Okay. So once it is installed, then you need to download the agent, code deploy agent for the region with this one. So my region is Oregon, US West 2. So I have already pasted here. Let me take this code deploy agent. So you need to install this code deploy agent in the EC2 server in order to deploy your application in the for EC2 server. So for that you need one code deploy agent. So okay, it is installed in the EC2 server. So let me give the execution permission for this installation also. chmod execution permissions. Enter. Similar way, you need to give the sudo permission for the auto deployment. Enter. So it is installed, the code deploy agent. So let me verify the status of the code deploy agent. So the code deploy agent is running on PID 6527. So similar way we can install the code deploy agent in the server too also. So just take this public IP. So go to Mobaxter, click on session, go to SSH. So public IP you need to paste it over here. So this is the EC2 user for the Ambition Linux machine. So click on SSH, click on private key, select your private key, click on OK. So once you logged in through Mobaxter, then you can update the server. Sudo -y update. So once you updated the server, so similar way you can install the dependency, Ruby dependency. Okay, let me exclude the dependency. Sudo install -y Ruby. Enter. So once the Ruby is installed, then you can execute the code deploy agent with this wget command. So let me execute that one. So go to this is my second server. Let me execute this. Enter. So install. Okay. Then give the execution permission. For this installer. Just give the execution permission. And also the sudo enter. So code deploy agent is installed. Then let me verify the status. So on the both servers, the AWS code deploy agent is running. So now we can deploy our application to the EC2 server without any Yeah. Okay, so once you have deployed our code deploy agent into the EC2 server, then now we'll create one application, so and also deployment group in order to deploy our web application into the EC2 server. So let me create application for the code deploy. So go to code deploy, then click on getting started. So click on create application. So this is for my application one. So just mention application one. So you need to select the compute. So this is for EC2. Click on create. So now let's go to create deployment group. So you need to enter the name of the deployment. So this is for app group 01. This is the name of the deployment. So select the service role, code deploy role. So this is the how to deploy your application. So I'll choose this in place. So go to Amazon EC2 environment configuration. So just we created two EC2 servers. So let me connect the server. So this is server one. You can mention also tags here and come down. We already installed the code deploy agent. So deployment configuration for deploy default. Okay, leave it as. So we don't attach this load balancer. So just uncheck this. So click on create deployment group. So deployment group created with application. So just go to applications. So this is my application, right? So just let me delete this previous. Similar. So have created the application one. Similar way, we need to create for another application. So this is for application two. Select the EC2. So you need to create the deployment group also. So this is for application group 2. So you need to select the service role. So this is the deployment of application in place. Then select Amazon EC2 instance. Then select your created server 2. So one unique matched instances is matched. Then install AWS code deploy agent. Never. So uncheck this. Select create deployment group. So just go to applications. So we have created application 1 as well as application 2 for our two different applications, as well as with the deployments also. So to this I have completed the task 5. So at last we need to create one code pipeline. So in the code pipeline settings, we can configure the code build as well as the code deployment of our web application. So go to the code pipeline. So just select the getting started. So just click on create pipeline. So you need to mention the pipeline name. This is the CI/CD pipeline 1. So I'll go with the new service role. So just default location, artifact. So next, click on next. So this is the source provider. So since we have taken the code from the GitHub version, so select GitHub version. So click on connect to GitHub. Just to confirm this. So now you need to mention the repository for what you have taken the code from source code. So this is the AWS CI/CD demo. So go to branch. So this is the main branch. So click on next. So on the build stage, you already configured build, right? So just select that AWS code build. So this is the project name. So this is for sample project 1. So click on next. On the deployment stage, you need to select the AWS code deploy. And we have already created applications with along with deployment groups also. So let me select that application 1. And the deployment group is application group 1. So then go to next. So just I have created the pipeline with the following taken from the GitHub source code repository, and I just mentioned the repository name and branch. Then I just go to the next and I choose the builder option on the code build section with the project name, and I'll just go to the next. So on the deployment stage, I just select the application name as well as the deployment group name. So finally it shows like this. Once we review, if the information you have mentioned everything is correct, then you can proceed with the create pipeline. So this is my pipeline with CI/CD pipeline 1. So the application name is code pipeline US West 2. So this is my service role name. So under the source stage, so basically we have taken the source code from the GitHub version with the AWS CI/CD demo repository and the branch main branch. So this is the build stage. In the build stage, we have already created sample project 1. So this is the AWS code build. So this is the deploy stage. AWS code deploy. So this is the application 1, and along with the deployment group name, application group 1. So just click on create pipeline. So now it is executed. The pipeline has been created. Similar way, we have another application. So let me create the pipeline for the second one. So go to pipelines. So click on create pipeline for the second application from the developer to source code. So this is the service role name with the CI/CD pipeline. So let's select this default. So go to source code, select GitHub version. So click on connect to GitHub in order to take code from the GitHub repository. So just mention the repository name. So this is the AWS code build Java web application. So this is the branch, master branch. So click on next. And the build stage, we have already created one build. Then select that project name. This is the sample project 2, which we have created earlier. So on the deployment stage, just select code deploy. So we have created the application also. So this is my application 2 with the deployment application 2. So click on next. So this is my the pipeline settings with the step 1, step 2, and step 3, step 4. The source code stage from the GitHub version, and this is my repository name. So this is my branch, master branch. On the build stage, this is my AWS code build with the project name sample project 2. This is the deployment stage with application 2 along with the group name. So let's just create pipeline. So the pipeline now CI/CD second pipeline has been created also. So now it is executing. So just select pipelines. So our first pipeline is succeeded. So let me go to this pipeline 1. So we have configured the source and the build and deploy stages in the pipeline 1. So this is the stage source, so where the code actually will taken from the GitHub repository. Then it will build based on the build specific YAML file. I will show in this. This is my AWS CI/CD demo repository. So on that I have the build specific.yaml file. So it will configure and it will execute based on the build specific YAML file. I just mentioned the commands with echo and grep. Then it will execute these commands and it will build that. So once it is build completed, then it will deploy the application into this with AWS code deploy. So let me just go to the details. So this is my application name with the deployment configuration. This is my deployment group name. So you can just go to the events. So these are the commands which I have mentioned in the build specific YAML file. So the application bundle before install and after install. So everything is get the status is succeeded. So go to pipelines. So let me take the pipeline 1 public IP. So just take the public IP of server 1. Just enter. So you will get this HTML page on the server 1, EC2 server 1. So this is from developer 1 HTML page, and we can also see the developer 2 code also. We go to the CI/CD pipeline, second pipeline. So the source code is executed and the build also executed based on the build specific YAML file, and the deployment is also executed. Just you can go to the details and you can verify also. So this is my entire log file. So it will be taken from the download source. And then it will found that the build specific YAML file is available, and it will, based on the build specific YAML file, it will execute the commands whatever we mentioned inside the build specific YAML file, and it will upload the artifact into the S3 bucket once it is succeeded. So let me go to our server to also take the public IP. So just with the port 8080, I already configured inside this. So just execute. So our two pipelines has been executed. So one is for HTML page. This is the web-based application Java. So okay, let me verify the so the port number is not enabled. So let me edit this inbound rules for the server to just give number, and I'll go with the anywhere for this demo. So once you enable the port number, then let me refresh. So this is one sample web application with this simple calculator service. Just to mention.
So you updated that display, right? Content.
Yes, sir. So this is for the different one is for HTML page for the from the developer one source code, and this is for the sample Java web application service from developer 2. So now I can update the code, and I will verify. So
it is second version. Second
yes,
version of the second build.
Yes.
Okay.
So just go to my repository, and this is my server developer one repository. So I will update inside index.html. So just to go to edit section. So just mention here. So just I wrote one file with the, you updated the code with the version 2. So let me just commit these changes. So once you change the code, then automatically the pipeline will be triggered. So go to your pipelines. So our pipeline 1 will be triggered, and now it is executing based on the code changes in our GitHub repository. So again, the source code is executed. Now it is now in the build stage. So just I change my code in my GitHub repository. then our code pipeline will be triggered automatically, and it pulls the code from the GitHub repository, and it will execute based on what we have configured inside the CI/CD pipeline. Similarly, I can
that's all right.
I can change my code in developer 2 also, source code. So just go to my index.html page in the developer 2. So just mention, let me edit this. Version 2. Just commit this second developer source code, and the second go to pipelines. So our second pipeline is also now triggered with the pull changes from the GitHub repository. Now it is executing. Now it is in the build state. So once the website is appeared, then you can change the website as per your requirement with as many as times. Then whenever you change this inside the local or in GitHub repository, then automatically the code pipeline will be triggered, and it pulls the code from GitHub repository. Then it will execute based on the whatever we have mentioned the stages. So it will go to all the stages, and it will deploy into the particular EC2 server. So just go to our pipelines. So our pipeline 1 is getting succeeded execution. So let me just refresh this. So just I have wrote you updated the code with version 2. So that code will affect on this website with the CI/CD pipeline. Just I changed my code in my GitHub repository, then it will deploy into this server 1 EC2 server with the CI/CD pipeline. Similar way, the code pipeline second.
That's all right. Good. Second two builds you showed it updates
Yeah,
in
just
the code.
verify. Yes.
Right.
So this is
So
also,
you stop.
yes, sir.
Okay.